We here at Teton Adventures RV have some beautiful campers. Take this for instance. It's a beautiful Christmas green. If you are missing Christmas in May, June, or July, you can have a little coolness going on. Beautiful Christmas green will brighten your day. So come on down to Teton Adventures RV.
Today, we will be speaking on the popular Tab 400 Teardrop Camper, the ultimate choice for those looking for an extended camping trip or an adventure in the great outdoors. At Teton Adventures RV, we make sure to share all the essential features without compromising the design or quality. And here to tell us more about it is the esteemed known as Batman, Ken Swain.
Okay, of course this is your stand, which jacks up and you can level the camper. And it's for enabling you to lift it and lower it and put it on your vehicle. It's a 2-inch ball, and you have tabs on here. It has to fit down in there when it's on the 2-inch ball. As you jack this down, the wheel comes up, you undo this pin, slide the pin through this, and that keeps it from popping up. You have your chains, you crisscross them, and put them onto your tow package underneath the truck. You have this cable here, which we will undo, and it hooks to here too, onto your vehicle. And what happens, let's say for instance, which is very highly unlikely, this happens to come off, your chains happen to come off or break, this will be pulled from this mechanism, this electronic mechanism, electric. It sends a signal to your electric brakes. And that's pulled. It tells that to stop rotating, and your camper will slow down and stop. If you pull that out right now, attached to your vehicle, you're not going to be able to pull this camper. This aluminum diamond plate box, this is a storage box. This is where you keep your propane. Your propane is a 5-gallon, and underneath we have a sensor that goes onto this. It's an electronic device, it's magnetic, and it attaches to this. You can sync this to your phone, and it tells the level of the propane in your tank. The rest, you can put storage in here. Let's say you have an E2 hitch on here, stabilizer, keeps it stabilized for traveling. You can detach that from here, store it in here. You can store your wheel in here. You can store your hoses in here, your sewer hose. Here's the spare tire, right under here. And this uses a 3/4 socket. Attach that, get a 3/4 socket with a cordless drill, put it on there. It's better than the handle crank. Use that cordless drill, drops it down. You have 4 stabilizers, 1 on each corner. This also uses a 3/4. Again, take that 3/4 socket, put it on your cordless drill, it makes it fast instead of the hand crank. Here you have an outdoor 110 sockets. So if you're plugged in, or if you're running on generator, you can use that. Your wheels are off-road. This green tab here indicates there's nitrogen put into the tire. What that does, along with your air, you don't have to put more nitrogen in, but that nitrogen helps disperse the heat when it's rotating, so your tires do not heat up. And then your lug nuts are all torqued at 110 foot-pounds. That's factory recommended. 50 psi goes into your tire. This compartment, these doors are magnetic, so if you're in there, it doesn't come down and hit you in the head. The shore cord, we put an adapter on the end So you can plug this right into your 110 outlet. Then back here on this side, this is your battery disconnect switch. That is on. When you see the green, that's on. Red is off. Then you have a circuit breaker, which is up here. If that gets pushed, that little yellow tab pops out. If something's not working in your camper, push that back in. And you have a light. This light here with the 1 slash, it's on permanently. 2, it has a sensor on it. If you go away, it'll turn off. It's a motion detector and it'll turn back on. Then with the circle in the middle, it's off.
Okay.
Okay, the handle, all 4 corners, especially up front, it helps you to move it around.
Okay.
You have your wheel up there, your small wheel, and you can guide it around. Even though this is a 400 and a big teardrop, you can easily move it around. You have an external port with a quick connect, plug in, turn this lever towards you, it's running with the line, your gas is ready to go if you want to cook outside. Of course, stabilizers on back here. You have your solar panel.
Okay.
Everything's all hooked together. You have a solar control inside and it charges your battery.
Okay.
You don't have to do anything, it's all on the battery. That vent up there, that's for your bathroom. This is where your, what they call a Nautilus system. Also, this door is magnetic. Here it has the same type of light. I'm going to change hands with this. Same type of light. It's on number 2, so it's a sensor. Turn it off. This right here is your outdoor shower hose. Have several settings on here, from jet to shower to cone, full spray. So you're at the beach. Connect this in right here. Put these keys in my pocket. Quick connect, you just plug it in, turn it on. You're ready to spray this sand off your feet from the beach. Just connect, push the center in. Now here, you open this up, you come up through the bottom with your hose. Attach your hose to here. The cone right here should always be pointing out, because you have a check valve, a pressure check valve behind here. Allows the water to go in, but not to return out. After you have your hose hooked here, the other end, make sure you use your water regulator, because not all places are regulated, and this is a max of 50 psi. If you go 100 and you don't have a regulator, you can mess up one of your lines. You got satellite cable hook up. Over on this side, top one's your pump. Saw the red light turn on. It has a pump switch out here and inside. So if you forget to turn this switch off and you go inside, you can turn it off inside. This right here is a dummy switch, because they use the same system in your 820, your truck camper, your 620, and the 320. And the truck campers, the switch, there's a light up here, it will turn on the light. This one is a different light, so that switch is void. Right here, this is all color coded. Blue, red, green, and yellow. And you just follow this diagram. See, you're hooked up, you go to an RV park, and you're camping. Hook up your hose, or at home, hook up your hose, put it to this, city water. This goes directly from the faucet to your camper. Don't forget to use that regulator. You just turn these valves according to these pictures of what you want. City water, turn the valves such as. Okay? let's say you want to power fill your tank. Power fill means you're filling your fresh water tank. You just switch it to this color code, and that will fill your fresh water tank so you can go boondocking. You can go into the woods or the desert or wherever you want to go. When this fills your tank, you're going to use your pump to pump the water from the tank. You must switch to dry camping. That's because you're not hooked up to city water. You just change these valves to that. And now you're ready to use the water in your tank. To winterize, you just switch them to that. Of course, when you winterize, you have to make sure inside that your algae system, your water tank, there's a valve in there. You want to drain that so you can winterize. And that's about it for that. This is your exhaust, your vent to the outside from your algae system. This here is where you put your shore cord, your electrical cord. You hook in here. The cord is stored over in the other compartment. And this is where you plug into your camper, and you take the opposite end, plug it into an outlet or a generator. This is your antenna, where they call it a media sensor now, or a system. That goes to your radio, and it also has Bluetooth, HDMI, etc. And that will go to your TV. Down here, this is your sewer outlet connection. Undo this cap, hook your hose up, and the black water you do first, get rid of the waste. Then, after that's done, push the valve back in, and then do your gray water. That washes out the hose. And push that in, disconnect your hose, put your cap back on. Okay. This right here is the screen for the back of your air conditioner. Also, this has a heat pump. So if you're not using your algae system, you can run your heat pump. Okay. It does have a cover which can snap on when you store it in the winter. It helps keep wasp out, critters, things like that. Okay. But do not travel with that on, because you can rip it off or it can unloosen these grommet fittings. Well, this also, if you forget how much PSI to put into your spare, your tires and your spare, it tells you here 50 PSI in the tires and your spare 65. Because a lot of people don't even pay attention to the spare tire typically. Okay. Step will swing out. When you have a blue light here. This is step light. It turns on when you need to come outside at nighttime. Your accent light switch will turn that on. And if you're traveling, make sure this is in and your light goes off. Okay, on your door, you have a latch which pops into this and holds your door in place. These rails, there's a screw cover that's in here, but you just pull this out. Right here, you pull that out, and this is where you can put an awning. It slides right into that. Always replace, if you don't have an awning, make sure you put this cover back in. It helps keep water out on your door. When you're inside, you lock it, then nobody can get in. Of course, push down for green, opens the door. Fire extinguisher, there's a trash can, pockets in the door. Night shade. Then, scooter door. That's right. We call that an anti-skeeter door, not mosquito. A skeeter door. Keep those buggers out. That's really nice. Okay. Your porch light. It says porch. It's an amber color. They have an amber to help keep insects away. Oh. Your windows are double pane acrylic. So make sure you close these, even though they're pretty indestructible. If it's not closed and you're traveling, the wind can get behind there and rip it off. Okay. Move the packet here. Alright. Up here, this is your dinette. It does swing around, and this table will raise and lower by these handles here. And you can take it off. There we go. As we took the table off, the leg, the aluminum parts come undone, and they will fit into here. The tabletop goes on these two ridges here. That's how that fits. So now this turns into a bed. But behind this also, if you remove the cushion, swing this down, there's a little lever on the front, right up there. Then you can slide these babies around however you would want. Beneath this is one of your rails that goes up here. Plus, this will slide back for extra support. It slides in. Now there's a maximum load of 200 pounds. So that's how that goes. Take this cushion. Slide that right on up in here. This is really good, especially if you have little ones. They go, oh, I'm just gonna sleep on the top bunk. Right there. Underneath this one, you have more storage. got a ladybug already. Hey, girl. Come on. She wanted to go camping. Underneath this is your carbon monoxide and propane detector. On this side, underneath, this is where your air conditioner is and your duct work. Gonna have some wiring in here, so don't store anything in there. That's where your air conditioner and your heat pump is combined. Then you have some cubby holes here for storage. Up top on each side, where you have accent lights. Your windows here have a shade. You can just pull up. One on this side also. Up here is a light. Push once. It's a blue light like Kmart Special. That's your night light. Push again. It's low, medium, and high. One more time, it's off. Up here is your vent fan. There's 3 speeds on this: low, medium, high. Now I recommend turning it off because you can have the air flowing out, or you can have an intake by this switch here. I switched it, but I'm waiting for the fan to slow down and stop, so it's not putting the torque on the motor. A lot of people will change it in midstream, and that really puts a lot of stress on it. And then when it stops, you turn it the opposite way. Now this is really good for your windows here. Say you're camping, it's nighttime, it's a little warm, but you don't want to use any air conditioner or any coolant. You come to your window, it has a red tab. You must push the tab and then rotate. Open them all. These knobs here set your window into place. And you have a screen. Then, if you want some privacy, it'll make it completely dark in here for sleeping. That does pull that tab right there, and it unloosens both of these. See, you can move them together, or just pull that tab until it pops. If it happens to pop off, it will snap back into place. It's made that way. Now your windows, you want some airflow at nighttime. You put it in the very first slot. Again, rotate, push the button and rotate it down. You get it like a finger's width there. It allows air to flow through and it can be exhausted out. And that way you can have airflow. Same thing with the rear window and the front window. Now to travel, you must pull the window all the way to you, and the tab will go in the very front slot. Not the open slot, but the closed position must be such as. Because if you leave it into that and you're traveling down the road, air can get behind here and it could rip it off. The sink is by Dometic. You just rotate up with its hinges. Your faucet does rotate up and down, and your faucet for cold, you move outward, turn off. For hot, rotate back and out. You're done camping, you're going to travel, that's for storage like that. Your stove is on hinges right here. You have to make sure to close it. You lift up and then rotate down. See, right now it won't close. That keeps it from falling down on you if you're cooking. So you close it, just lift up and rotate down to close. To light this, you turn these two knobs, or one, to light, and you push this. See, it's already going. There's the second one. Turn off. This right here takes a AA battery. We put in a new battery, or it will come with one. To replace it, just counterclockwise, pull their battery out, put a new one in, and then screw this back on. Okay, you have vent holes on the side. You have down here at your floor base routed cabinetry, and that's throughout the camper, up front, back here, and at the edge of your bed in the back you have a ridge. That's where your heat will come out also. So throughout your whole camper at the same time, the Audi system will radiate the heat evenly. You're not going to have a cold spot and a hot spot as you would with a furnace. Underneath your sink, since we're here, you just push the buttons, they pop out, and the curved doors open up, and you have more storage. What's really great here is you just put a Lazy Susan, and then you can spin it around and you just, or if you want to put your coffee maker and such things like that. Electrical system here, this is where your circuit breakers and fuses are kept in this contraption. You have a converter in here. Everything is labeled for your fuses, how many amps, a 7.5 or 15, your circuit breakers, all over on this side, and they're labeled also. If a fuse happens to pop, you'll have a red LED indicating which fuse it is. You don't have to open this through this clear black plastic. It will show a little red glow, and that way you know your fuse is popped. You just push on that and it'll pop open, and you'll see which one it is. Take that out. My big fingers, you can't get it out. I get needle nose pliers, and then just replace it. After that, just push it and it clicks back in. Now this one, as you see here, this unit will detect whether you have a lead acid battery or a lithium, so it'll run more efficient. You have your drawers.
Man, look at the design.
I know, look at that. That's cool.
Plenty of
dovetail. Plenty of storage space. Look at the design on that wood.
Mm-hmm.
This is nice wood in here.
Yeah.
And you can adjust these hinges on any cabinetry. Now these hinges here are the type are soft close. And of course your microwave. You have a cubby hold here. You have more storage here. And an opening there. And last but not least, you have more storage under here. A lot of storage. These, there's 3 in here. 2 up here and then 1 in the back at your head of the bed. These are your air conditioning vents. That's where your air comes out. You have 12 volt USB, 110. You also have 110 here. Your lights under here. These are your sink lights underneath. Just turn them on. You got one on this side and one on that side. And then you have your accent light. It's up front, all the way around, and here. This is a nice roomy bathroom. I like where the design is on the sink. Instead of the fold down, they redesigned it, and you have a wash basin here. Makes a lot more room. Over on your shower, you have a shower wand. I can slide up and down the post. Here, that's hot, that's cold. Just pull it towards you, and it turns it on. Down here, that's part of the Aldi system. Even if water goes in there, it will drip out the bottom, and since it's a radiant heat, it will not harm the Aldi system. You'll still have heat in your bathroom.
Okay.
That switch right here, that's the light up in your bathroom. Up here is your vent. Push that and lift up. You also have a light on here, and this is for your vent. And it draws out, the vent out. And then the toilet explanatory. The shower curtain is to hook up on these hooks here, and it goes all the way around, helps protect the wood.
Okay.
And then in the back, you have a shade for privacy. And of course, some hooks in here, toilet paper holder to keep your toilet paper from getting wet. Of course, the mirror, don't forget the mirror. Stereo here, I call it a stereo. They call it a multimedia center or whatever now. But anyway, you push this button here, push and hold till it comes on like that. I'll push it one more time. You got your FM, AM, FM. There's several stations for that. Bluetooth, USB, HDMI, auxiliary. That's your HDMI. It's USB port. You set your time. You have its own A and B. You have A up here and B back there. And you got Stevie Wonder, Superstitions. Of course, Stevie Ray Vaughan did that good too. There must be superstitions writing on the wall. Okay, to turn this off, you just push that middle button right there and it turns off. Okay, your refrigerator, that's the handle here, opens, good size refrigerator. Have a little freezer in here. As my wife would say, oh, that's such a cute ice tray. Now you can't put your regular size Ben & Jerry's ice cream in there, okay? You gotta get you the mini Ben & Jerry's. Or you put a few popsicles in there. Make sure you close the door or you're not gonna be able to close this. This is how you turn it on and off, by this switch here. It will go up to 7, that's the coldest. And just heard it turn on. To turn off, you must turn and hold it till you hear that click and it stays on 0. These do come out for extra storage. Slide back in. This one, in case you need something tall. And then a tray for your vegetables and apples and fruit. This is your vent, your other air conditioner vent up here. Here you have 110 and USB. Now this comes with a lithium battery, a battle-born battery, and it has a built-in heater. This is where, if it gets to the freezing or below, you turn this on here, and it tells the heater in the battery to turn on and it protects the battery. Here, is a light switch. This one right here. This right here, this aims power. You push the center, turns green. This tells your inverter to change the DC power into AC power. That way you can use certain outlets in here. Turn it off, just push, and it's off. Your lights here. Push once, it turns blue for night light. Push and hold, turns bright, and push again and it turns off. Underneath this, you do have a drawer. And in this section here, you must remove the screws from here, there, and then on this side. This is where your batteries, you can have one battery or you can have two. Two will fit in here. And underneath this is also your inverter. Now on this side, system, they work together. That's your vent for your Audi vent on the outside, which I showed in the beginning. The back of the Nautilus system right here. Yep. Then your water pump down here. You have a mixing valve over here to your right. So yeah, no storage in this baby. There's a lever back here. Push it to the right and your TV will rotate to that way, or if you're in bed and you want to watch some TV, and all the buttons up here, it does come with remote, just as this comes with remote. And if you wanted to watch a movie, you can have a DVD player and hook it to that, and it'll play through that to your TV. And that's the back of it. This right here is for your air condition. We'll push it on. Right now it says off. For your air, you got a fan. It'll show a fan. Then it shows a snowflake for your air condition. It's set at 65. It says furnace, but go to heat pump. This will run on heat pump and air condition. Again, this is only on for 110 or a generator, just like any other camper. Microwaves and air conditioners are only 110. This right here, we'll save this for last. We're gonna do this. This right here, I call this the brains of the outfit. This is your brain, this is your heart. This right here indicates your fresh water, which is empty, your black water, which is empty, and your gray water, which is empty. That's porch light, which we showed before. Your water pump, your sink light, and your accent light. This is like the bridge of the Enterprise. This right here, this is the dilithium crystals. To turn this on, you come to the little circle with a slash through it. Just push it. It'll have a green light. Can you see the green light? Mm-hmm. Okay. Green LED, it boots up. Oh, that's off. I'm gonna wait till it turns off. I'm gonna do it again. Turn it on. It'll boot up to a moose. Then it tells you the temp in here is 80 degrees. This will tell you. If you want your menu, just press menu. This is your main screen right here. This will set to 81. It could go up to 86. And you could set this, I think it's down to 45. I'm not sure. Let me see here. Oh my word. Oh no, it'll go 41 to 86. So most people like it around 65. That's plenty warm to me. Okay, this right here, when it's green, it's on. You got 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt. When it's green, it's on. That's your regular running for your water to make it nice and warm. If you want to boost it, it's kind of like on-demand water. It's 2.6 gallons, but there'll be plenty of water. If you boost it up like that, let's say you got it on regular, and you go, hey, I want to shower in 10 minutes, or you boost it up to that, get you a shower, you have extra hot water for a period of time. 1 kilowatt. Now we're going some different screens. I'm gonna turn this off. Blue is off, green is go. That's your first setting. You have 4 different screens for settings. You have a nighttime, a daytime, priorities. You can set these, refer to in your manual. Pages 16 to 26 are the most important pages of the manual. 27 is blank. Then after that, it goes into other languages. But see, you can set it at a certain time to come on and off. To go back out of that screen, push the arrow back. Daytime, you can set it to what, right now it's set at 9 a.m., stops at 3 p.m. Go to a different screen. This is in Fahrenheit and it's showing it in green. You can change it to Celsius if you want. And then there's various other. Okay, whoops. Second, that's your third one. If you're at 3,000 feet or above, you should put it on the mountain, high altitude mode. It's the 2 triangles that look like mountains. If you're at 3,000 feet or above, just push that where it says on. And then you can back out of that screen. This is more for the technicians, the service installed accessories. But if you don't want this in English, you can change it to different languages, like French. So there's 3 different languages. Well, we'll leave it in English. They don't even have Southern English, I'm gonna tell you that, man. So go back to the first setting. There you are. Go back to the main menu. Say we're gonna stop camping. We're gonna go. Make sure it's all blue. Then you can push this and it says off. Here at Teton Adventures RV, we have all types of teardrop campers. We carry new camp, 400s, 320s. We carry the little tag. We also carry truck campers, the 820 and the 620. Fabulous camper. New camp come in many designs, like this beautiful color here. They're fabulous campers. I myself have been to the factory and they are phenomenal. Very professional. So come down to Teton Adventures RV and get your camper today.